Good evening. This is, by the way, one of the most efficient silver per hour gameplay right now in the game. Unless you have, like, some sort of super gear and you can grind the top grinding zones. You can just sit AFK in the city, fish up, and yeah. What we're going to do, swing on them, take this fish out of the water. It's an fish, nice. Tomorrow is Hadelball, though. I'm gonna have to get some sleep. In the meanwhile, I guess I will end the stream a little bit earlier today, just to follow up as the ball opens and we can all watch it together as they want us to, from Hadel, because it's Hadel Ball, right? They gave us a chair for it even. I still do hope they're going to introduce that big screen TV on the Heidelball, you know. So anyway, just a few finishing touches. This is fine. Okay. Oh, we even have... Okay, I just need to change some text. I will leave a limit text tag in. Just add the BDO. Yeah. That's it. We are playing the limit all the time lately. So why not, yeah? I believe I need to go to the well. Right. It's my audio settings. Well, it should be quite loud. It isn't. Tone it down a little bit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sell my fishies, see how much profit I might, even though I have a lot of expired fishies because I have been fishing for some time, not doing much else. What I did do, if I open my fish tank, I kept all the most valuable fish in there and I'm gradually throwing the yellow fish out, so more red fish get into the fish tank. And that way, even if the yellow fish expire, they will give me like 30% of their value. But the good stuff is going to be still peak, you know, and that's what matters. The travel back and forth cost us 10 mil, which is nothing at all compared to how much we are going to make. We'll see. Everybody's doing this, by the way. This is the end game of BDO right now. Everybody's just AFK fishing and playing other games. It's kind of stupid. Oh, it's not. There he is. Trade Manager Daysok. That's where we need to go. So it's finally Friday. Friday night even. How are you doing, guys? 1 bill and 300 millions. Those 10 mil that I take for like traveling and stuff, it's completely negligible. Now before I swap to my bonk classes and we will do some grinding, I will go right here to the well and carry this guy back to Velia. Just to be prepared to fish again whenever I want to play something else. It's, I do not AFK fishing while I'm playing AI Limit. Well, I have been when I was playing it for the first time, when I was streaming for the first time, but it wasn't on purpose. I kinda forgot about BDO in my tray. But I usually just turn it off because I want the best experience for you guys. Yeah. So anyway, I think, should I tend to my garden first, since I'm here? So I will have a leech on my Honglim today. Alastis again wants to level up, which will set me a little bit back with my Trashloot though. We are sitting on 103k out of 1 million. It is going rather fast, to be honest. So the garden, it actually grew up, which is nice. We'll just put some fertilizer. Of course it did grow up, I mean. I've been fishing for hours to no end. Or playing Hero Siege all day. It was absolutely non-productive day for me today. But I'm tired from all my like HEMA trainings. Well, we are through on Wednesday and Thursday. And we have a mole? Okay. Where is he? Where is he? Oh. He had quite a lot on him. And even seeds too. Okay. I take it. How much do I have? Just 3 right here? 7? I think it's all we need. Yeah. Let's just collect the raw stuff now. But then I started to learn Spanish. It's because I wanted to remind myself of high school, where I did learn Spanish, but I forgot everything. Well, it's slowly coming back. ChatGPT is surprisingly good at recreating those XYZ language for dummies, you know? There's Garmot in 6 minutes. Yeah. There is. We should probably do Garmot. There's some potential for some solid rewards, yeah? The farming is like relaxing. So you need to do just enough for it not to be boring. Well, it is kind of boring, but you know, we have pests. I just planted those. God damn. Like the only disadvantage of farming here in Velia is that Lara is so far away, which would be better if I had some nice horse, but all my dream horses are on other characters. I do have one on my Fox Girl, on my Maegu, who is currently parked right here on the island with Police. Oh, sorry, not Police, with Protease. As I have been farming Katanis element there. So she doesn't actually need the horse, but she's there. I have my tier 10 on my seasonal character. And my 2 tier 9s are on my mains. My Striker, my Guardian. So this guy he actually has wagon. Because sometimes I'm trying to level up horses, but that thing is so slow. It's not fun. Leveling horses is garbage in this game. Straight up. It's good that you can eventually make your own dream horse. But to get there without pay to win is just unrealistic. You could do it eventually, it's just not gonna happen really. So anyway. Okay, now I enabled chat. So we should be good. We should be good to go. You can live on the beach, like a proper beach boy. And we are going to join the Garmot waiting room on my Corsair. You wonder if you should get up for Hadal Ball as well? Don't worry, I'll wake you up. If I'm gonna be there to stream it, you're gonna be there to watch it. You have to suffer as I have suffered. So I'm usually doing the BDO patch notes. But this week I looked at the patch notes. Like I have 2 videos, right? I was like, yeah, maybe I will just cover the news. But the last time with Gumiho, it was kind of like cucumber season. And this time, it was like... I just looked at the patch notes. I was like... I'm not even going to start the freaking recording software for this. It's not worth it. And I played Hero Siege all day, which is like... pixel art, RPG Maker made... Diablo clone, essentially, that's what it is. So Garmot should be here any second now, yeah. Refreshing activities begin pack. What the hell? Do we have something for silver? No. What's premium loyalty pack? Oh. Oh. That's kinda cool. 15 days. Event. Event outfit. Right. It's nice. Music is great. Well, that's potion shop for you. Of course it's great. And that's all we ever going to play here. Maybe one day, if we make it as a great streaming platform and I will make some money out of this, I will create my own commission songs. There is a horse making snow all around. What? It's probably tier 10. I would guess. Now, come on, where is she? Where is the chicken? New Heidelball, refreshing festivities. You can buy stuff for 2.5 grand to celebrate our Heidelball. That. Are these guys like joking? What's this premium super pack? Why does it have like these? Not confettis, but like these summer decorations. When all it is actually a bunch of costumes that are being sold for, you know, so you could just heat them down for cornstones. I don't get it. Is the dragon? Yeah, she's here. She's here, everybody. Oh. Does this cannon? Yeah, this does burn damage on hit, so I think this is the best one. Yeah. Send in the otters, the otter squad. If I do sound a little bit tired, it's because I don't really sleep well, especially in this heat wave. It's a sign of getting old. When I was younger, I used to just ditch the sleep. And I forced myself to wake up on various like alarm clocks just not to waste time. And now when I'm older and life got a little bit slower, I actually can appreciate a good sleep. I cannot sleep because my body just won't let me. It just wakes you up. Your back hurts. You cannot lie in the bed anymore. If there was one thing that I would say to my younger self, it would be stop setting up alarm clocks 4 hours after you went to bed, just so you could play more video games and just enjoy good sleep. You will enjoy your video game more after anyway. That would be the one and only like advice I would give to my younger self, nothing else. And it's a good advice, by the way. Where did she go? Oh, she died. Okay. Why was I dodging that AoE when she was about to die anyway? What a jokester. Oh, Garmot. Oh, you. Such a jokester. What did we get? Come on. Show me. Well, nothing special, it seems. I've done shit damage. Pet bundle pack is the same but night? What do you mean? Hold on. Let me look at Evans. Maybe new? Oh right. I know what you mean. It's not just pet, it's just choose your mate, choose your everything boxes. I don't know if Battle Abyss understands what like celebration means. If you are giving us a sale, I'm basically saying like give us money and we will give you useless stuff in a video game. It's not really a celebration, you know. It's more like a transaction, I would call it. I know it's a little inconvenient, and like not inconvenient, but like maybe a little bit bold to like call things as they are. But it is what it is. It is a transaction. This is not a celebration. This is just a discounted transaction. Oh well. Just imagine if like you are celebrating your birthday and you're like, oh, hey guys, let's celebrate my birthday. Buy something from me. It's like, okay. That's a little bit weird. So, Karmod's done. Let's get grinding. I'm gonna swap to my striker. And we shall summon Gumiho. And apparently some leeches too. Probably going to need to have my horsey in here. Maybe I have some ticking buffs on my guardian as well. We will be on Olvia 1. So if any like stream snipers arrive, we are on Olvia 1. I'm not going to mask it because you cannot do anything on Olvia anyway. So, you know. Okay, how are we going to approach this? I'm going to look at this storage. I have nothing in the storage yet. Okay, interesting. Right. I'm actually gonna swap to my duck. I'm not getting a lot of XP from those guys though. I'm not gonna lie. But seriously, what is the reason for limiting the tag swap when you can just tag swap from the character selection screen? And the same goes for the desert, except in the desert you need to go one extra step and you need to go literally to the character selection screen and then swap. This is absolutely mental. Activate all your scrolls. So right now we are not getting any loot. You need level 53 ASAP. They improved the difference to 10 levels and more. From up, I think 7 as it was. Yeah, there we go. I think we should be... yeah, now we're looting again, so that's good. That's okay. It's okay. It was less than 3 minutes. I think you deserve 3 minutes for all the thumbnails. Considering the good job you are actually doing with the thumbnails, I think I would even give you 5. Not more than that, but 5, yeah. Jesus, those experience points are actually humongous, amount you're getting there. What can I say? I am the most generous and most humble person around. Just, it is what it is, you know? Okay, somebody is clearing quests. Let's clear one as well. I should probably do the daily check though. The guild list. Is it in here? Oh no, it's not it. Oh, it's hard to trying to do administrative and the... and the grind at once. I wanna level up that fast too. How come you get from like level 52 to level 55 in less than a minute? And you spent here 3 hours at level 62. You get like 0.002 experience points. I guess that game is kind of a steep leveling curve, doesn't it? 61 is just all you need. $62 means you are a dedicated player, and everything above 62 is just like, what are you doing with your life? Even though, as you are getting more items, better ratio, basically getting quicker at clearing the monster zones and going into better monster zones, you are leveling up a little bit faster even on those higher levels, but it is still, the gain is still just so slow. And like we are popping off everything, you know, scrolls, boots. It's still just... what's the point? I'm getting Kappa stones in here. Interesting. Wait, you are enhancing? You are just standing there and enhancing God damn it. Seriously? No way. Just... You're far enough. It's not nothing to do with like far enough. I'm like doing all the work here. And they're just standing there doing nothing and enhancing your gear. God damn it. I have 15 minutes left of that stone that I dropped. And it's actually slapping. Look at the damage I'm doing. What should you do? You should admire me. You should just stare at how professional VTuber is grinding, how elegant and eloquent and complex my rotation is. How great my character looks like. Basically worship me. That's what I'm saying. And you should also flatter me in the chat all the time. Yes, I am. Wait. You're saying that only because you made him. I am disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Come on, where is the Gumiho though? Should probably use some of these items again. This one, this one. Still do have food. Alright, this. Did I run out of the tent buff though? I think I did run out of tent buff. Alright, hold on. 57? Yeah. Of course you are. You have the best leveling partner around. Okay. Now we are full buffed again. Next stuff is gonna be popped in half an hour. I gotta say I kinda like these streams. The grinding is so brainless that it actually allows me to focus on Tolk more. Like in AI limit, when I was streaming, I love that game and I love streaming that game, but oftentimes when I want to talk about something more complex, I just need to stand around on the edge, you know, and then people just watch my character standing idly yapping. Or rather me yapping and the character not doing really anything. In here I can talk and just grind at the same time. Basically the only thing you care about in here is Gumiho. That's it. Nothing else. So whenever you see three blue flames, you need to wrap your two brain cells together and just gather the flames so the Gumiho appears. And then you're golden for next 10 batches of mobs. And there we go. You got this, Gumiho. You're awesome and we believe in you. I'm gonna put my pet on agile just to collect stuff faster. So yeah, we are doing actually 1 million Trashloot. And it's not gonna be like quick. We're not gonna get it today. We're gonna get it eventually. You'll see. We have a lot of agris. I haven't been grinding since last stream, I think, so... Okay. I should check Hadel if they have more of these. I will do that off stream too. Ironically enough, I've already used all of the life skilling ones. Oh, Crystal! And Kumion is here. Nice. Nice. We have another crystal. That's super good. I wanted to say something and I completely forgot what. Oh right, I've used all of the life skilling buffs that we got from that. Not because I would be life skilling that much, but more like I burn it all on AFK fishing. Yeah. I think it kinda helped for catching those belt fishes, you know. If you catch one 80 mil fish, they'll give you a lot of silver. You then carry it all the way to the land of morning light. And the fact it is so easy, it's like it's absolutely shameless. It's like abusing the well, you know, abusing the Magnus travel. Meanwhile, all other aspects of the trading system is still being heavily penalized. Like you cannot, for example, touch the trade goods if you are on attacked character, precisely for this. So you don't just move with the trade goods, you know, over encumbered on another character. Even if trading is no longer in the game because they removed all the trade items and promised, I don't know how many years ago, that they're going to remake trading. And you cannot use various features of the game if you have like trading stuff. But no, fish are just completely removed from the quotation. And the Magnus wells, I think they just didn't test the game enough. Nobody really think about the fact that people could just fish up some expensive fish and then use Magnus well to instantly teleport to the other side of the game, literally other side of the world, and sell the fish there for magnificent profit. And when players discovered it, then there was like a question in front of PA, like, do we fix this? And there are players that this has not been intended, or do we just embrace it? And their response was introduction of new accessory, a sleeping little otter that increases your fishing mastery and your fishing capabilities. So it was basically giving us a green light, you know, thumbs up. Guys, just fish away, abuse the wells. We are just fine with it. In fact, if you pay us money, you will be profiting even more. So everybody bought their otter, their baby otter. And we are all AFK fishing ever since. I think I have been even talking about this, but in case you didn't know, there have been players who actually made a protest against AFK fishing. I was watching a streamer covering the situation, like a podcast, and what was happening that people who didn't like the fact that other people are AFK fishing and earning billions of silver, they took like a wagons and flood the beach where the AFK fishers are in Velia with wagons and started basically like screaming, you know, emote screaming and be obnoxious as possible. So yeah, that's what happened. Now obviously the effectivity of such protests, you know, waving flags and screaming and flooding the beach with wagons in a no PvP zone is kinda how to say it. The effectivity of such a movement could be very successfully adapted, because a lot of people that should be affected are AFK fishing. So you might as well be screaming at the wall, because they are not even there. They're AFK. They're playing something else, or sleeping, or watching a movie, or whatever. You know, it's just their avatar sitting there on their arse, fishing. So this kind of protest is like, it's just super funny. I think the best way to put this into a perspective would be, you don't like that people are shopping in a like a huge corporation shopping mall that is killing local businesses. And what you do is you are going to the parking lot, but not like blocking anybody from leaving or some. No. You just go into the parking lot and you scream at the cars. Meanwhile, the people in the cars, they are in the mall and don't even know you're there. So that's the metaphor that I would use. Is it funny? Kinda, yeah. Is it effective? Not really, no. Sorry to say. Are we approaching another Gumiho, by the way? Are we? And do we have two? Yeah, we have two flames. But I will soon be over encumbered. I think after this Gumiho, we will go to the Horsey and expand our collection of mounts. I do wonder how much Trashloot I can actually fit on that horse, though. So I don't know if I was talking about this already, but one of the songs from the Potion Shop albums was called Neon, and I actually got it claimed. Some stupid company just claimed it as it is their song, and they even stated the wrong name. So I reached to the Potion Shop and asked if it's like if they are like doing this in his name or what's going on, and or if the song isn't in fact his, whatever. And he said no, it is my song and they have no rights for this. I didn't give them permission to claim anything on YouTube. You have my permission. You have my permission to use these songs for any of your streams without any claims. Just dispute them and let me know if you need any info for any additional like legal issues. So naturally you can dispute such a claim, which I did, and they're like, they can either say no, this is still ours. Oh, I got Origin of Dark Hunter, nice. Or they can just ignore it, and if they ignore it for 30 days, then such dispute is gonna be claimed as false. So the thing is that Neon is actually second last song in all of the playlists of his albums that I have, so I'm not getting it so often. But I will eventually play it again, just to see if these morons will try to claim it again and just to dispute it again. Because I straight up written into the dispute claim that this song is not theirs, to my information. Even though It is the same song that they have listed on YouTube. And I stated that this is from the potion shop, yada yada yada, it's called different, etc. So like, yeah. It's not looking, it's not a good look for YouTube if just like anyone can just copyright claim you for whatever they want without any repercussions, even if it is blatantly stolen, right? So what was it, 115 now? Let's edit this. Where are we? Okay, edit this to 115. Let's not die. Excuse me. Now the number is growing. Slowly, maybe, but it does grow. It does grow. Okay, we're out of our buff, but I'm still slopping. I think boss was falling a little bit quicker. The difference on the normal mobs is just marginal. It will be easy to cut out people like those. They claim and don't give proof. Take the right to claim melee. Yeah. It's just they do not double check those, right? The YouTube is like a third-party company, and they just wash their hands over all of this. And they're like, if you want to dispute this, yeah, just dispute it over the court. The problem is, like, they will take you out, but they will take you out if you make false claim, and this is proven. But you would need to go to court over this, which means they would insist it even if you dispute the claim. They would need to insist it, and then you would have to... And if you lose, after you dispute it second time, when they said nope, if you lose, you get the strike, and after three strikes, your channel is terminated. So, content creators, unless they're like super big or super sure that they have rights to the thing that is being disputed, they usually just are scared away and are not doing anything about this. So they can profit off of it, and they will kick you out, but it is criminally easy. You pay YouTube like $100 or something like this for like a library that you upload, and you say all of this in this library is mine, and then you confirm that even if it is something that AI created, etc., you just say it's yours. And even if you lie, YouTube treats you like you are telling the truth. And if somebody wants to dispute that, YouTube doesn't care, and they're like, hands off, this dispute, so resolve this dispute between yourselves, which is like, I kinda understand where YouTube stands on this. I'm just thinking that how that model is stated right now, it is very easy to quote-unquote protect your work, even though oftentimes it is not your work, it is work that you've stolen. And it is much more difficult to just be a content creator, because anyone can claim you for whatever, you know. If somebody would, for example, record part of my stream and then would create a new YouTube account, uploaded this part of my stream as their creation, and falsely claimed that all of the creation is mine, and then they would go backwards and claim my freaking video, then the burden of proof would be on me that this is my freaking stream. And while this would be probably very easy to claim, it's still... If you would like take this into the perspective, in law system we have something that is called innocent until proven guilty. This YouTube system has it flipped. It's like guilty until you prove your innocence. This is garbage. Literally, this garbage. Luckily for me, I'm not monetized on YouTube. So, who cares? Maybe one day I will be. Then I will have to start caring about these things. But yeah. Twitch and streaming platforms like Twitch are a little bit better. Because the revenue that you make is going to you directly. And if there is some sort of dispute, the Twitch will just mute it until it's resolved. So like, it's kind of leaning to the opposite direction, especially if you're just watching your average streamer, they will be blasting copyrighted music and stuff. Which is a no-go on YouTube, but Twitch doesn't care, or rather, they do care, but like a little bit too late, because you don't really save your videos on Twitch. You're basically done streaming. You get your subscribers, you know, you get your bits, you get your donations. You had quality time with your audience, and whatever comes after, you don't care, right? So you can stay muted. Some people took it as far as even having their videos to not to be saved at all. I don't think this is perfectly alright either. But the YouTube precautions are like draconic. And it's just, it's so sad to see that they are doing nothing to basically protect the people that are working for them, because every single person creating content for YouTube is literally their employee. Not maybe by the definition of the employer relationship by the working laws, but they are the guys who make you what you are. They are the ones who keep YouTube alive. They are the ones who bring in the revenue, who bring in the advertisers, etc. Oh, another crystal. Oh, that's a positive. That's a positive. Maybe the game is just tired of me ranting about YouTube. Or just, you know what? There's a crystal. Just shut up. Play the game. Don't talk nonsense. But on the other hand, this is the biggest drama you get on my channel. I don't care about politics. I don't care about like extremism, woke or right. All of that drama is just not gonna fly by on my channel. So a little bit of good old YouTube drama, just to keep the flow going. But now we have Gumiho to keep the flow going. And Elastis is level 58 already. Nice. You can leech as long as you want to. It's just level 52 and less is a little bit problematic, because I want to get loot. I'm here for the loot. You're almost 59. God damn, you're old. Oh, you meant leveled. Sorry, my bad. I didn't get that on the first time. Oh look, the Black Fox arrived. As always, pissing me off that I am usually full on my Black Spirit power and she just gives me more. You curious about what goodies we get? What do you mean? Oh, curious. I thought you were written confused. Never mind. We will get something. Yeah, like in the past, the Peril Abyss, they were spoiling us so much. They were giving free stuff left and right. To the extent that if they're not gonna give us anything, people will literally riot. There will be... There will be like anarchy in Heidel. Yeah, of course they have to. At least like 2 weapons and a horse and 3 hammers or something like that. Or maybe we're gonna get a piece of armor. I think we're gonna get a piece of armor and they will introduce the sovereign armor or something like that. Oh, somebody is flexing tripod fish. Which is the fish that will give you 720 million. Just imagine that multiplied with distance bonus. He's gonna get disgusting amount of money out of that. Guild mission is done. Yeah, okay, let's deliver it. Let's trigger another one. We have time today. Just gonna grind. That's about it. Yo. I would appreciate if you would go and find your own spot. There's like enough Honglim to go around. Like, quite honestly, if you see somebody grinding on the spot, like, what you gonna do? You just have to go somewhere else, even if it is like little inconvenient for you. But frankly speaking, there is enough of these spawning spots, and there are like 5 obvious servers. So like, sorry, but I have been here first, right? People often look around to get boosts. She didn't look like she needed a boost. She looked like she wanted to kill stuff herself. Also, like, if you need a boost, I would probably don't get it if you would just be running around. I think, you know, there is this little thing that you can do if you need something from another player, and I know it might seem a little bit confusing at first, but trust me, it works like 90% of the time. And it is called like asking. So you like write them a message, you know, or you just try to talk to them. And, you know, ask for help or like ask for boost, etc. Then usually you will get the clear answer. I know it might sound shocking to some BDO players, but if you whisper me if I can boost you, I would probably say yes. You know, as long as you are not touching my loot, because you will get to the high level very quickly, to the level where I am getting my loot. So it's like, you know, try to ask. Yeah, I understand that running around and stuff might seem better. But is it really? I don't know. I think we're approaching another Gumiho soon. We have 2 flames. It's kind of funny that though. A couple of last streams, if I don't count the one where I was doing my seasonal Deadeye, I'm just grinding Honglims. Officially, it is gameplay. It is BDO gameplay. Straight up. Even AFK fishing can be gameplay. I'm gonna stream that one day too. It's gonna be extreme marathon. It's gonna be 12 hours. I will be sleeping meanwhile. But my character, he will be working. He will be working hard. He will be getting those fish for everyone to watch. There is an F fishing event. I didn't really read through patch notes too much because it didn't seem interesting. What is the fishing event? It's not from patch notes. You're trying to tell me that they are like these plump coelacanths or whatever they are called, that you can fish up those fish tokens, and that is the event. I'm going to kick you all out of my party, and you can go leech from somebody else. I do know that there is like in the World of Warcraft there is fishing event every Saturday in Hallowfall. Or was it Sunday? No, I think it's Saturday. I believe it's called like Hallowfall Fishing Derby or something. You basically go there, ask an NPC, they will tell you to catch sometimes 3, sometimes 2 prize fishes. So you need to know where to get those fishies, and you fly off and get tokens and stuff. This is contest based on the bigger fish. That's interesting. It must be something new though, because they've added these fishing like sizes quite recently actually. I mean, yeah, but it's obviously people with biggest mastery will win, straight up. Okay, let's take a break. Gumiho is doing all the work. Then we will go deliver our masks. I will take like 2-minute breaks, 2-minute long break. Because, you know. Come on. At least 2 more. Oh, only 1. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the horsey. Let's check. 127. Okay, that's fair. Me sit right here. Look at that beautiful scenery right here. What was that? How much did I say? 127? Look at that. I think I said 127. Let's fix this. Perfect. We are getting numbers up. Now that's all that matters in RPG games. Get your numbers up. Okay.
And we are back. The more you know, actually. Swapping the
Swapping the scenes is a nice hack actually you can that you can do. In OBS, I mean, you never really think about it. I was always swapping everything manually. This is much more convenient. Anyway, let's go back to it. Nobody took my spot. It's great. We lost some of the buffs though. This was 200% move. I was kinda hyped about the ball. Now so much stuff was happening lately that I completely forgot it is yesterday. It is tomorrow. No matter how much you hype something up, in the end it's still just a hype for a video game event, right? So we did our journeyman, second level journeyman fencing test. Performed our longsword scenic duel. That duel was so nice. It will 100% be on our upcoming HEMA channel. Once you reach something like this, it's like you tend to forget about video game events. As much as we love our video games, it is still just a video game. Not gonna lie, I kinda looking forward to the ball, mostly to know what goodies we're gonna get. Because we pretty much know that they are going to introduce and showcase Wukong. And I think my prediction about some sort of piece of sovereign armor is correct. But I'm not really interested in that. Also not interested in all of those promises they are going to give us, just like last year, just like the year before it. They always promise so much and then deliver it in like 3 years' time. So like, it's... Wukong another season card, yeah. I think I'm gonna have fun playing Wukong though. Both in BDO and as a Souls game for my other streams, right?
But I'm really mostly looking for the free stuff we're gonna get. Not as much as for the stuff itself, but for the fact that after the wall, I will be able to invest all my silver that I made in the last month into my new equipment, and I will start with Sovereign Weapon and Karazad accessories, as I should be. The reason I'm not investing right now, and I've already talked about it multiple times across various streams, is I want to know what we get so I can use my money more efficiently. There is nothing worse than buying or investing into stuff that you get for free, and then you're just feeling like an idiot and thinking to yourself, "Oh my god, if I would just wait a month, I would get this, and I would have been able to invest my silver into something else and progress, expedite my progress, you know." And that's true story, by the way. I remember I bought that Tungrat necklace. 1 week later, there was a hail ball. Gave us Pen Capotia necklace for free. So the difference between Pen Capotia necklace and that Tungrat necklace is a little bit of extra Black Spirit Rage on the necklace, on the Tungrat necklace. So I could have used Capotia neck instead, but no. I saw money, I saw auction house, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this like a moron. And of course the secondary effect of this is, even if I wanted Tungrat for that Black Spirit Rage, because of all the Capotia people get, the Tungrat necklace dropped in prices. So not only I would have buy it cheaper later, it was also, if I wanted to at least cut my losses and just start using Capotia necklace, I wouldn't be able to sell it for as much, because who would buy it then if there is equivalent piece of accessory for free, right? And the Dekia wasn't as prevalent. Maybe the Dekia wasn't even a thing, but back then I don't really remember. Like, people wouldn't buy it to funnel their Dekia or use it for Karazad. Karazad wasn't a thing 100% back then. It was like depot times. The top people were farming depots, and most other people were just Distos or Tungrats. Oh well, what you gonna do? Gotta be smarter next time, right? I wonder, what the hell are we doing as BDO players? Like, really? Because what we do is we are grinding mobs to no end. This is the gameplay, and somehow it is enjoyable. You're not doing anything. You're just constantly fighting the same monsters over and over again in a very unfair fights usually, because there is very little the monsters could actually do to win. You are usually much stronger than they are. And yet, just because we are promised some profit out of this, we can do this for hours without regret, without wanting for anything else, without wanting for change of scenery, without wanting for some sort of story. It's the MMO players, MMO grinder players. It needs to be. You need to be a special kind of person to like this stuff. And the truth is, it needs to be an MMO. Can you imagine a single player game like this? A single player game based on grinding. I don't think people would play it. I don't think people would like it very much. But the incentive is to get stronger for the people or for the adversaries that you made out of other people. They are playing with you or against you. It's just a promise that you are living in a world filled with other adventurers that you can interact with and that you can work towards something together later is enough to keep you hooked on grinding that would be absolutely pointless in single player game. Just imagine what kind of single player games are grindy, for example. I think like JRPGs. You are grinding, going from mob pack to mob pack and killing them in turn-based battles, you know? The Clair Obscure is absolutely the same. You do grind, but you do have motivation. You want to be stronger so you can deal with the bosses a little bit easier later. This grind is absolutely something else. One Black Desert online session is enough grinding for like half of the JRPG game. If we are comparing the grinding time, like if you grind for like 3 hours in JRPG, you will be so overpowered by the end of it that you won't have to grind for maybe never again. Most likely, maybe towards the end, if the boss is really strong, but that's about it. Assassin's Creed, not in a good way. I'm thinking about that. No, I don't think you're correct. There is a lot of like checkboxes you need to do in Assassin's Creed. It doesn't feel like a grind, it feels more like a chore, more like you are running from checkbox to checkbox and doing stuff. It's not really grinding, you're not doing it for experience points, because in Valhalla, for example, and I don't know about the Japanese one, I haven't played Shadows, but in Valhalla, there is this adaptive kind of enemy level. So enemies scale with you. It literally doesn't matter what you do or how you are strong, you always win. Especially if you are not playing on like some sort of super hard difficulty, it's insta-win for you. You can do whatever you want in combat. You don't lose. You can assassinate people, but most people do it just because it's more exciting than just running and kill everybody, which you can do. Or maybe if some mission wants you to be stealthy for story reasons. Other than that, no, not really. It is grindy in a sense that you can unlock a lot of levels, but all those levels are mostly useless. Your character kind of feels like you're getting stronger, but you don't really get stronger because you are able to just cut your way through your enemies regardless of your level. The Odyssey used to be grindy. Different regions had different levels, but then they scrapped it for the scaling system anyway. But quite honestly, I would rather grind 10 hours a day for a month in Black Desert Online than play another Assassin's Creed game. Straight up. Because the grinding in BDO at least gives me something. You have a feeling you are progressing, you have a feeling you are hoarding that silver, you have a feeling you are playing the game. It is kinda pretty to look at, it is kinda entertaining. You can watch anime on the side, you can watch a movie on the side, you can listen to music, you can stream it, you can talk to people. Assassin's Creed feels like a chore. I guess people who like washing dishes are probably the same people who like really enjoying the Assassin's Creed game loop. I've always enjoyed Assassin's Creed for the story, but I think that with Assassin's Creed 3, the good times of Assassin's Creed stories just ended. The Black Flag was okay-ish, even though it was more like a pirate story than Assassin story. Syndicate was, well, it was kind of like a Peaky Blinders. So I think this is where they took inspiration. And yeah, you know, I wonder, when the series Vikings were popular, we suddenly had Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Could you find out when the Peaky Blinders were initially released and when Assassin's Creed Syndicate were released? Oh god, I have destroyed equipment. We need to make it to the next Gumi, huh? Oh wait, maybe I can like repair right now? Yeah. Okay, that works. Okay, so Peaky Blinders initially released in 2013, and miraculously we got Syndicate in 2015. Ah, I wonder. That's a weird coincidence, isn't it? I like. I got Big Crystal. It's nice. Okay, can I get up, please? So that's really funny to me because, like, yeah, there is probably like a boardroom somewhere in Ubisoft, and they're like, yeah. So what are these damn kids liking these days? Yeah, Fortnite, sir. Yeah, but we cannot do Assassin's Creed Fortnite, or can we? Well, we can do a crossover, you know. We just sell epic, you know, Ezio outfit, and they will give us some money. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that on like a side hustle. But you know, we should like brainstorm. What else? Well, there's this Peaky Blinders show. Peaky Blinders. What the hell is that? Well, it's like, you know, the crime syndicate. Like a, well, let's like a mafia. We cannot do mafia. They would say we are like plagiating the mafia game, you know, and they are doing remaster of the mafia. So it would be no, not mafia. These are like Peaky Blinders. They are British. British, you say? Okay, let's do it. And boom, we had Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And then like we got Egypt. And I don't know, I think we would be able to find some sort of trend about Egypt. But maybe they were just trying to stay true to Assassin's Creed and do really the origin story. I don't know about Odyssey, but Odyssey felt like really something creative, like they wanted to introduce the ancient Greece. But Valhalla? There was like the Vikings series, right? Everybody knows Vikings series. Vikings. It was like huge on Netflix. Like from a HEMA perspective, it's garbage. From historical fiction perspective, it's garbage. If you look at it as like a mainstream fantasy fun fiction on the Viking theme, it's actually pretty decent. So yeah, and Vikings were kind of successful. So obviously we got Assassin's Creed Valhalla right after that. Vikings were everywhere. And not just the series. Like it was as if like that pop culture, that Viking pop culture of tough men with hornet helmets exploded during those years. No, I think Gumiho is actually going to fulfill our mission. Nice. Let's do one more. We still have time. Yeah. Okay, but I need to go to my horse, you know. Can you? He doesn't want to run back though. Oh my god. It had to be the boss. God damn it. Alright, I'm going to club him. And then we're actually going to update our info about... Wait, I just... Oh, I didn't want to mount you. I wanted to give my masks on you. So we do have 140. Let's write it right here. 140, perfect. We seem to have some sound issues right now. Sorry about that. I don't know what it is. The YouTube seems to be going without an issue. It might be something on the Twitch side.
If it is on Twitch side, there is nothing I can do. YouTube stream is doing fine, so again, sorry about this. If you're watching on Twitch, bear with me, okay? Nothing else we can do. The only thing I could check would be if I'm not sending some sort of too high of a bit rates, for example, but it shouldn't be the case. There is some sort of issue though. Bitrate. It's the first time this happened. Sorry guys. Let's just hope it stabilizes, alright? Twitch making remix on its own? Oh my god. I don't know how it sounds. I don't hear my own streams. It would be hella confusing. That's why I have you, my lovely moderator, right? Okay. I'm gonna club this boss. And we will check what the hell is going on. The stream station is telling me something about poor connection, so I don't know. What the hell is that about? Do you think it's on Twitch side? Okay, boss is clubbed. If I go over here, they should just run back. Let's see. There are some issues with the Twitch. YouTube is saying excellent connection. There is not really no reason to be okay on one platform, totally breaking on the other. That is terrible though. Like straight up. But Twitch Inspector is telling me that the bitrate is stable. It's no delay. What the hell? Come on Twitch, why are you doing me dirty? I'm going to flick it. I'm just gonna flick the stream off and on and see if that helps. Back up we go. So I flicked it, and it seems to be okay now. You know, when in doubt, always try to reconnect. Alright. Sounds okay as well, that's good. I don't wanna sound like a, I don't know, a robot? Or whatever hell did it sound like. Well, at least my YouTube stream is going to be uninterrupted. But it's fine. That's fine. Let's continue grinding. We still have some time to go. I hope it won't start again, though. Give me that. 142. Let's upgrade the... Wow. It would be nice to have that, but sadly we're not that far yet. I was like 1.4 million for a second, but that's not the case, you know. Okay. The Trashloot is stacking up, but I don't think I will be able to do 1 million before the ball. But it's okay. We can always waste our money later after we actually make enough. Let's buy this. Let's buy this. And from you, I want this one. Now it's good. Yeah, we are all buffed up. Let's repair. And go. Seems like your leveling up actually slowed significantly, right? You got from 52 to 56 in like no time at all. Anyway, we are apologizing for the technical difficulties. It's never going to happen again unless Twitch starts to get wonky. In that case, it's going to happen again, and we will try to fix it, as usual. I hope your day is going fine. This is Ray Whisper. We are streaming some Black Desert online today. We are grinding Honglims. Our goal is 1 million Trashloot. This is going rather quickly. You know, a couple of sessions and you're there. Generally speaking, you can do about 100,000 without any issues per day. With just a couple of hours of chill grinding. 60 to 61 will be unbearable long for you. But luckily, you can do 60 to 61 by questing in Kamaselvia, Odulita, and Regan, I think. So you don't really have to grind for that. The real test of patience is when you are leveling up from level 61 to level 62. But at that point, you have all your skills already, so the levels are not really needed that much. What I mean by that is, at that point you do not grind for experience anymore. You're just stacking up your gear, and you are grinding depending on how far you are gear-wise on various locations to get more stuff, to get more silver, to get more things to upgrade, and maybe to get your treasure items, maybe to get your infinity potions. And then you are level 62 before you know it, because you are no longer focusing on the leveling up. I quite honestly don't know when the 83% towards 63 happened for me. Because at this point I'm getting so little experience points that even if I'm like triggering all the buffs and scrolls and stuff, I don't really see the progress during like a grind session. I get couple of like point something percentage every session. But as you just grind, it stacks up and suddenly you are level 62, suddenly you are almost level 63, even though it is probably a couple of months before I reach 63. It is going really slowly. And Honglims are not the best leveling spot either. They're slow, but you are here for the crystals, you are here for a nice silver profit, you are here for the hunger essences to improve your enhancement. And that's pretty much what we're doing. So if you have been watching for 2 hours, don't forget your drops. But I don't think we are on the 2-hour mark yet. We are approaching it though. Usually whenever I stream, I get drops from myself, which feels kind of like a circle jerk, but I take it, you know. When I first realized that I can actually get drop from my own streams, I was like very happy. I was like, oh my god, now I can like stream only for 2 hours per day to get my own drops and be done with it. And then I realized, yeah, but it also means that you would have to stream 2 hours every single day. And that's not something realistic, really. For sure not if your goal is only to have drops. So far I have scheduled my BDO streams twice a week. Rest of the week we are doing variety of games. Mostly Souls-like, because they are the most fun to stream, but I'm also trying to do Clair Obscure and finish it. Which is what we are going to be doing tomorrow evening. However, tomorrow morning is a special occasion, the Halo Ball is coming, and we are going to be watching that for sure. Which also means I will have to cut today's stream a little bit shorter, so I can get some sleep. Because 8:30 in the morning is usually a no-go for me, especially on Saturday. I don't wake before like 9 AM, not even on the work days. Even when I was like working for a company, the only reason why I would wake up before was when I didn't have home office for the day. Because I did have to get to the office before 9 AM. Alright, there is something I wanted to talk about. Just remembered. So, doing these mobs and waiting for Gumiho to appear, I remembered that some years back, and will be maybe 5 years, maybe even more than 5 years. When was the Archer released? It's more than 5 years, right? I think Archer got released even before Guardian, so it might be 8 years back even. Anyway, about the Archer release and how I know it is because I did play Archer at the time. I was watching a K-drama. It was called My Girlfriend is a Gumiho. Every time I summon Gumiho, just right here, I remember that anime. Well, not every time, but like... Nine-Tailed Fox is just... she's called Gumiho in Korean, and this is Korean game. That K-drama was so funny though. She always wanted to eat beefsteak. But like in this game we at least have like a proper Gumiho. In the K-drama it was just a girl with 9 tails and a spirit orb, more like an Ahri from League of Legends, but she didn't have the ears, I don't think she did. I don't know if she had like a fox form in that K-drama at all. Can't really remember. But the anime was really funny. Highly recommended. Oh, there she is! Come on! Do something! Thank you. She's so cute. Well, not really, she's eating souls, but still. 10 out of 10 would give pets. I love how she has that, like, beads around her neck. Bead necklace with, like... Are these toes? I hope they're not like fox toes. That would be... Not toes, teeth, sorry. But if they're fox teeth, that would have some horrible implications. But it looks more like bear claws. Okay, I think the black fox will appear now. Well, let's use our black spirit rage. I gotta say that the Guardian is the most chill grinder in the whole game. Like, yeah, sure, the Striker is comfortable, the Berserk is comfortable, the Sage, you know, Maegu. But Guardian is just so chill. There's a lot of self-healing. Her AoEs are so wide and so powerful. You need like 1 APM to play her. You don't need to do like... If you're playing Ninja, for example, it's just you need to do fancy stuff. You know, you need to spam skills and do animation cancelling, all of that. With Guardian, you're just casually pressing one skill after the other, chaining them together, and killing the whole area, essentially. It's... You want to just shut off and grind? It's the class to go. I think for that alone, she has like a lot of resentment. People will call you skillless for playing her, etc. But That's why you enjoy her? Yeah, those are facts. And like, quite frankly, if somebody just calls you skillless for enjoying your class, I don't think you should pay them any mind. They are just jealous. I always imagine them as, yeah, you know, Yasuo players. Accusing everybody to be skillless when they are losing. But the fact they are losing is not showing a lot of skill, does it? I found such statements so dishonest, quite frankly. Sometimes I miss League of Legends. That's why I'm talking about the Yasuo. But I mean, there is always some Yasuo offending you for playing Garen. Yeah, it is. That's exactly what I meant. And the fun part is that if you are a skilled Garen against skillless Yasuo, you're going to win, and Yasuo is going to cry. And that's the circle of life in League of Legends. Then somebody is getting chat banned. Guess who? I was just thinking about League of Legends. I know I have shorts on my YouTube channel. One of the shorts is called something like Don't Play League of Legends, play BDO instead. And while it was just a little bit of fun talk about how quitting League of Legends actually saved my sanity, through this, these games couldn't be more different from each other. Like, sure, you could argue that PvP in Black Desert Online also requires skill and quick decision making, etc. But it is nowhere as tactical as League of Legends. You know, you don't have a map to control, you don't have like minions, you know, objective management, etc. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. The crucial difference between the two is the approach. For Black Desert Online, the delayed gratification is everything. Everything we do in Black Desert Online is basically an investment to the future. I know that if I'm going to be spending ungodly amount of hours grinding Honglims, it will pay off eventually. I will enhance that Karazat for me, I will have money to upgrade my stuff. You know, I will be able to maybe buy a new horse, etc. So everything we do is investing into future, is investing into something that will stay with us. League of Legends is absolute opposite of the spectrum. Everything you do in League of Legends is living in the very moment. Maybe that is why people find it so aggravating when they are losing. Because the only thing that matters in League of Legends is this very moment. You're playing and you're either winning or losing. That's all there is to it. There is no after, there is no future. The only future in League of Legends is your next game, where it is going to be exactly the same thing. And it's instant gratification every single time, every single match is that adrenaline rush of instant gratification. And there is nothing long-term at all. You could argue that, yeah, sure, over time you're getting league points, you know, maybe you're getting some chests that you can open for new skins, etc. But it is absolutely marginal. You do not play it for that. You play it for the rush of the duel, you play it for the laning phase, you play it for the ganks, you play it for the feeling of victory, and you try to avoid that feeling of defeat. And because the league is so in the moment oriented, I think this is why the game is so toxic. Because if you get killed in Black Desert Online, for example, yeah, sure, it might happen that you maybe just be sad for a while because you got pushed out of your grinding zone. But ultimately, you can just switch channels and continue on your merry way. It is easier to detach your ego. You just know that the other guy, he had better gear, so that's why you lost. And it doesn't matter as much. In League of Legends, because everything matters in that very moment, that's why you take a loss so personally, because it directly interacts with your fun. If you are not winning in League of Legends, you are not having fun, because the adrenaline rush you get from winning, that is the euphoria, that is the... what's the hormone for happiness called? Dopamine, I believe? Well, if you're losing, you don't have the dopamine rush. You're actually feeling quite miserable. You feel like you failed. You feel bad, you lost the game, and there is only small amount of people. Yeah, dopamine, yeah, that's what I thought. So there is only a small amount of people who can take League of Legends games and a lost game, for example, and take it as a quote-unquote investment to the future, because in a way they approach it is, I want to learn to play better, and what can I take away from this loss? You know, I can learn from it. There are people like this, but that's not the majority of player base of League of Legends. Majority of player base is goal oriented. Majority of player base just want that dopamine rush of a victory, and they are getting very frustrated and very angry if they are not getting it. The thing is, you are going to lose 50% of the time. That is the truth. Every game, every single game, there is going to be 5 people who won that game and 5 people who lost that game. Doesn't matter how good you are, you will lose a game eventually. This is inevitable. We don't have this in BDO. In BDO, your stubbornness, your perseverance will always be rewarded. And even if somebody hinders you, they kill you when you're AFK fishing or when you're AFK training a horse, they push you out of the grind spot because dual for a spot or stay up PK, whatever, whenever something like this happens, it is not a setback, it's just a minor inconvenience that you can overcome with sheer power of will, and you can invest in your future within this game. That's why these two games are so fundamentally different. And if you are somebody who is taking losses in League of Legends poorly, then you should be playing something like BDO instead. I find this funny because it is not what I wanted to say by that short, but it is what we got in the end. Anyway, let's upgrade this. So it's 54 now. Yeah, see? Just as these masks. We are slowly grinding it up. In League of Legends, I would meet a Yasuo, the Yasuo would stomp me, then lose his ego in the old chat because he lost the last 7 games while being I cannot talk, sorry. I need a drink. By drink I mean water, okay? I drink water. I've been talking about this. I need to share my water with my cat, but it's just water. Do not drink alcohol, kids. Anyway. It's bold of me to assume kids playing Black Desert Online. It's a boomer game, right? Anyway. The Yasuo will just stomp you and then is talking down at you in all chat because he lost his last 7 games being 0 and 10. It's gonna hit you because you wanted to win. You play League of Legends to win. You don't get this setback in Black Desert Online. I will get that 1 million masks eventually. The goal that I set up for myself. And then I will set up another goal and I will get that goal eventually. I'm not saying you will always win in Black Desert Online. Because sometimes you are working on some project so long that when you finally finish it, doesn't really feel like a win, it just feels like a finished project. But you're not going to lose either. You're just going to progress. It is fascinating that we have these two concepts, and we have two games that are perfect examples for these prospects, for these points of views. And just to be clear, I'm not trying to like shit on League of Legends players. I'm not saying League is a bad game. Quite contrary, I think it is a phenomenal game. I just think that, unlike Black Desert Online, it has potential to be absolute catalyst for toxic behavior. And that toxic behavior, the root cause of that problem is in the fundamental structure of the game. Because it's such a dopamine rush, because you're living in the moment. That's what adheres such toxicity. But it's also a kind of phenomenon, because there are a couple of games that work like this. They are dopamine rush. Take Fortnite, for example. But you don't really have that many rages in Fortnite. Now there are a couple of more factors, like League of Legends being a team game and Fortnite is mostly like a solo game, even though there are squads as well. But maybe you do, but you usually do not see like somebody in Fortnite voice chat blaming the jungler, something like this. I bet like people in Battle Royales can shit talk each other if they die because someone fucked up, but I can't imagine it being League of Legends level. I do vaguely remember like issue with a team shooter, Overwatch, back when the Overwatch was actually a good game. There was this girl who played mostly Zarya, and she was very good on her. And yeah, her people playing against her, they didn't really like it. So they used everything, including like attacking her gender. You know, a girl. How can you play this good? And it's not blah 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 blah. They got banned, I think, rightfully so. So like, maybe the toxicity lays in the fact that it is a team game where a team of people plays against another team of people. So you can affect only 20% of the outcome. I wonder how this feels in like quote-unquote real sports, you know, like basketball or football, hockey, whatever. Because that is the same, that is very same concept, basically. You can influence only as much as a singular player. Even if you're Michael Jordan, you can have significant impact. You still need your teammates to win. And kids, this is why you should do HEMA instead. Because you stand alone and all you need to do is to demolish the other guy. And no teammates to drag you down. Maybe this mindset is why I was such a toxic player in League of Legends. But here's the thing, here's another interesting thing, okay? A lot of these people who are having this kind of like a hero complex, they want to win the game alone, etc. They usually avoid games or sports in which they would be actually alone, just against the opponent. Why is that? It is quite interesting though. Because that would actually mean that they would have to rely only on themselves, and whenever they would fail, they would have nobody else to blame. So in the end, it is just like one huge hypocrisy that these delusional people just have. And I can't say that. I can say that they are delusional because I was that once. I think I have been talking about this last time when I was streaming the AI limits, but I have been such an ass playing League of Legends. The couple of streams that I had saved when I was migrating my videos into YouTube from Twitch, there was a couple of League of Legends matches that at the time when I was streaming League of Legends, oh my god, Nicole is here. Just on time to hear me ranting again. Hello Nicole, how are you doing? I don't know how that happened. I was just it was just free flow of thoughts and I end up at League again. How are you doing, Nicole? I wanted to say something very deep and you interrupted my flow, but maybe that's a good thing. We are doing 1 million Trashloot. I'm not going to be collecting 1 million Trashloot today, obviously, but we made quite a progress. We made about 54k today already. We also had a nice interruption on Twitch side. I was sounding like a robot chipmunk for like 5 minutes, so we had to flick it. So anyway, I was saying that at a time when I was streaming League of Legends, I saved a couple of matches and I thought that these matches were good. I thought that I was doing good, both mechanically in the game and both like mentally. Then like a year and a half passed and I had to review those videos to know what is worthy of being placed on YouTube and what is just going to the garbage bin. And as I was watching those 2 League of Legends matches, one as Samira and one as Seth, as I was playing, those were my 2 of my most favorite champions to play. All I saw was a toxic asshole blaming everybody but himself, doing mistakes, and basically doing more mistakes as I was raging more and more, blaming my team, blaming my support when I was ADC, blaming my jungler when I was top, etc. It was horrible. It's just that time perspective gives you, I mean, the time distance gives you a huge perspective on how you behaved. And I didn't like what I see. I did not. I didn't recognize myself, like, who is this toxic ass? That's not me, is it? It was really like a cold shower at that time. Just realization who I have been almost 2 years ago when playing that game. It was terrible. It also gives me hope because it means that we can change. We can be less toxic. Sometimes you just have to remove the triggers from your life. I love this game. Absolutely zero brain power. I haven't slept much because of the heat waves and stuff. So if I were to play AI limit today, I would be getting slapped all over the place by the mobs. But you're not in BDO. Nope. My gear is carrying me through. I can grind these fools for 2 hours straight, and they're not gonna kill me. Not gonna lie though, the music of Potion Shop is what is carrying these grinding streams. It's like carrying a hard stuck bronze guy by a diamond friend. Straight up. This music is phenomenal, and it is the combination of the music and the grind that is kicking in. Sounds like it was made for Magnus. No, I don't think so. Well, I know what you mean. Like, it sounds like it wasn't made for Magnus. I can see your point. I think Magnus is a little bit more eerie, a little bit more futuristic, a little bit more science fiction. But yeah, I think it was made for grinding, for like these kind of chill vibes stream, grinding and talking, just having a good time. So I think I enjoy this kind of music more in summer than in winter. But it's like a nice phenomenon where you take two activities together and then it clicks. I think this music, potion shop music for the Black Desert Online grinds is very similar to what Café Del Mar music is for that coffee shop on Ibiza. And if you don't know what Café Del Mar is, oh my god, I'm just going to open your eyes. So Café Del Mar is a phenomenon that has been going on since 90s, I think. Which is basically the mixture of alternative music, not unfamiliar to the one we are listening right now. Sort of a new age music, alternative a little bit. Very chill. And every single year they were making new remixes, but the origins of this was a coffee shop or cafeteria on Ibiza, Spain, that is set up near the sea, and it is remarkable when you go there in the evening to enjoy the sunset, your coffee, and music like this in the background. And while I think they fall off in their music around 2010 and forth, because they started including those various, 2010 was like the years where like those various Kaigo remixes and these sort of style music started exploding all over YouTube. And they started to include them into the Café Del Mar collections a lot. But before that, it was kind of a taste of this chill vibes indie stuff. I don't know how they are doing now. I am really fan mostly of their stuff from the 90s and early 2000s. But it was a phenomenon. And it was called Café Del Mar because Café Del Mar means coffee at the sea. And it was literally what it was. It was a music that was handpicked by staff in that cafeteria and played to their guests as they could enjoy their coffee by the sea at the sunset. I think this is like peak of, I don't know, creativity of retail. I don't know how to put it, but I think it is amazing. And to get this effect, you need to take two things and smash them together. So be it coffee at sea and music, or music and grinding, it's just that. Even though, to be fair, the potion shop music is very nice. It certainly isn't just for grinding. Sometimes I'm listening to some of his best songs when I'm like outside, going to our HEMA lessons, etc. But yeah, as I said, this music is carrying my streams so hard. I need to buy him coffee sometimes. He's absolutely chill. He's great Black Desert Online streamer, even though I think he's not as active as he used to be. I think like 5 years ago, he was the guy who always picked up the new class and leveled it up by combat, no quests, no nothing, to level 61 to just test out all the skills and see what the class feels like. And he was always streaming with his music and stuff. No wonder you love it. It is really great, and it's free. You can use it in your streams also, Nicole. Even though, like, I understand that if we are streaming Souls-like, we're probably not going to be blasting music in the background, because Souls-like, they usually have atmosphere for their own. But he created it specifically because he was tired of his streams getting claimed and his videos getting claimed because somebody else wrote music, so he wrote music himself. And then he provided it as an open source for all the content creators to freely use it. That's power move. Just ask on his Discord. Should be easy to find out. Just Google Potion Shop and I think whenever you use music of somebody like this, it is important to spread the message, tell people from who this music is, to let them and help them find it, because this is the biggest reward you can give to the creator, to appreciate his work and spread it to the more people. There she is. Which reminds me, I'm talking about him a lot, but I don't think I have the credit in the description of my live streams. Which I will correct, that is my bad. I'm usually like giving links to people when they ask to his music, to his work, and talk about it a lot on the streams. Yeah, I will go through my streams and put it on the description on every single one. Thanks for reminding me of that. Oh, I'm over encumbered again. Gumiho is doing her best to stuff my inventory with garbage. And by garbage I mean stuff that I will be able to sell for a lot of money. Okay, let's grab the boss. The bosses are like giving the most. I was trying to grind in the Hystria again the other day. Just on my own. It was off stream, I think. Did I just get 2 crystals? I did? What's going on? Anyway. Me, okay, too much think. I need to press buttons. I cannot think right now. So 166. Let's edit our Notion. Oh, it's getting better and better, but we're still so far from our goal. What was I talking about? Alright, Hystria. So I was trying to grind in the Hystria, you know, because Hystria is most efficient about this... What's it called again? Agris Fever? Yeah, Agris Fever. So the Agris Fever, these points that I have right here, I can like close it, but I usually have it open to know how much I have. So the Agris Fever is basically an energy that is... Oh, you're right. I'm gonna trigger another one. So Agris Fever is like energy that you store and you will get like 20,000 points every day. Well, it depends on how many quests you completed. They have their own like quest line to improve it. But essentially what it is, you will get some energy every day And that energy can be spent to get more trash loot. Now, trash loot is just a loot that is not like material, it is not anything. All it does is you sell it to the vendor and you will get money for it. And the Agris Fever, what it does is it roughly doubles the amount of trash loot you get. So, on top of that, okay, have fun. Did you do 9 levels leeching off of me? I'm saying like leeching, but like I'm glad to help, especially you. But anyway, you interrupted my flow of thought, so let me finish this. So there are some locations in the Black Desert world where this Agris Fever is more efficient, meaning it won't consume as much energy per mob to generate this extra loot. One of these locations is Hystria Ruins. And Hystria Ruins is kind of a good deal to grind because it isn't as high in terms of AP/DP requirements. It's significantly weaker than this location, for example. But the trash loot is kinda valuable there. I think, if not, I think it's roughly the same as the masks that I am getting in here. The problem is, I tried to grind there recently. It didn't go as well as I wanted to. The fact that you can stay on like single position on these Honglims, in Hystria you need to run your classical circle rotation, so that's one thing. And the other thing is, even if the trash loot is not as heavy, so you can collect 3 times as much before having to deliver it somewhere, you cannot have your horse at Hystria Ruins. Whenever you try to summon your horse, it will instantly die, so don't even try that. So that's another thing. So you need to always run to the entrance to sell your loot, or just stash it through maidens, which I wouldn't recommend. And also you just don't get as many loot, and that's especially because in this location you occasionally get that boss. You know, for 3 bosses you get Gumiho, but that's not all it does. This boss will give you usually roughly between 700 to 800 of these masks, which is a huge jump up in the trash number. So overall, you're just making more money in this location. And then on top of that, in Hystria Ruins you are getting Tungrat accessories. In here you are getting crystals that are much more valuable. And also this little thing that I got today as well, Faint Origin of Dark Hunger. This is very important for enhancing your gear, because you can increase your fail stack chance, but you can also sell it on the market for $500 million. That's a lot of money. Like, that is a lot of money. Straight up. It's super rare, but you can still have it. You have no chance to get something like that in Hystria Ruins. You do Hystria Ruins if you want your compass. I already have my compass. I'm done with that place. Even though I kinda like it. I don't know why. It's a dark cave in the middle of the desert, filled with killer robots. But I still like it. But maybe that's like a Stockholm syndrome, because I have been spending so much time in the place, like ungodly amount of time. It's not even funny anymore. It also got me spoiled, because the next treasure that I wanted to do was the treasure map, which is another treasure piece, which is like a reusable teleportation scroll that can teleport you to the city, and as somebody told me, outside of the city as well, which is like fine. But I would have to spend enormous amount of time grinding Pilaku Jail, and I just can't force myself to do that anymore. I am one-shotting mobs there, but their trash loot absolutely sucks. And it's absolutely not exciting. Like the only justification for that place would be if there is like a event seal that I'm collecting, and it doesn't matter which grind spots you're getting those event tokens, but I think that event already ended. What is it? Hold on. Yeah, it ended. I don't have anything in here. So, yeah. Temporary maintenance compensation. What? Excuse me? We did have temporary maintenance when? Wasn't here this morning even. Did they have like... Did they have maintenance between this morning and now? What did we get though? Magical elixir? Okay, give me. Guys, I'm trying to collect my high quality perfume. Heartfelt, okay. Nothing to write home about it, but it's nice. It's free money. Essentially, that's what it is. Oh, that was a big bonk. I didn't realize it has been... I can do this big bonk once every 20 minutes. I think the only reason to do this is in PvP. Because in PvE, like, what's the point if you one-shot one group of monsters with this? In PvP though, if you use this in the midst of enemies and you kill them all, that can have an impact. But I am strictly PvE player. Like, I've been one time in Red Battleground. We've lost, surprisingly. We did try like Node Wars twice with our guild. We've lost both. Then also we tried to win trade with the other girl, with the other guild. But because that guild was like Czech guild. But we stopped doing PvP anyway. However, we actually are still friends with this guild, and we are doing guild bosses with them now. So, at least it was a win, a little bit. Oh, we have a boss already. Okay. Another origin of Dark Hunger. If I sell those, I just printed 1 billion silver. Or maybe I will just keep it for enhancing. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. Well, I will hold on to it. If they will give us something good that people will try to enhance, I will just sell them because the price of the fail stacks will go up. I was just thinking... The original schedule was from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m., but then we changed it to 2 a.m. I was just sometimes the 4 hours were too tiring, especially when I was streaming Clair Obscure. In BDO I don't mind as much because I can push 1 more hour even if I'm a little bit sleepy, but I think today we will actually end on time. So in about like 25 minutes, give or take. It's not that I would be like necessarily tired, but what's happening? Tomorrow there is actually huge event for this game. They call it Heidel Ball. Heidel is like one of the main cities of the Black Desert Online, one of the most favorite cities of players. It's basically like the centerpiece where people are just doing their life skilling stuff, which is funny because it's one of the smallest cities in the game. But people love it regardless. So they call it Heidelball. What it is essentially it's like exposition of their new ideas and new things that we are gonna get in the game, and they also use it as an opportunity to push new costumes for people to buy and new stuffs and new like sales. And they also usually give people some freebies. Last year these freebies were huge. Like we got some really nice weapons and we got a horse. They're usually doing one in summer and one around Christmas time. It takes about, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours, and they're like showcasing everything. Ideas, empty promises that they never fulfill, new classes. They're showcasing music. There is usually some sort of orchestra playing the in-game music for them, etc. It's kind of fun. But of course we are there for the free goodies, right? Like every sane person is. And the event is starting at 8:30 of our time. I think it's 8 PM in United States time, but not exactly sure. I think it's in like 7 hours from now. So I want to get some sleep and then go and stream this while my character is fishing, basically. That's the plan. But maybe I will just be in the Heidel, sitting on the chair. They gave us chairs for it, like in-game chairs. I've covered it in my last week patch notes video. But they prepared us for the ball and gave us like chairs and a sort of balloon on the head that you can put on your character head instead of helmet. You have like three balloons. They are these developers. They are trying so hard to be like Final Fantasy XIV-esque. Obviously, they're never going to make it that far. It feels like, you know how when there is an artist, you know, very skilled artist, for example, they are a painter, so they are painting, and they have a little kid, and that kid is trying so hard to be like their parents, so they're drawing too, and it's like the artist just draws some super deep pictures with like colors and lightning and shadows and beautiful person just looking at you from the picture, and then kid just draw the stick man, and then the artist part is like, oh sweetie, that's so nice, and they put it on the fridge, even though the actual picture is absolute garbage, but at least they are trying. So that is the Heidel Ball in a nutshell. And we love them because we think it's cute, and also they are bribing us with free goodies, so it's a win-win. Okay. Last year they promised some sort of demon castle, and also traveling to the past. And all we got was a cowboy, so I don't. Sorry, not cowboy, cowgirl. So I don't know how that works. because they always promise so much and they don't deliver on anything before the next ball. But I don't want to sound like I'm ranting or anything. That's not the case. It's just I just think it's funny. I love this game regardless, so. Shouldn't we have Gumiho? I was under the impression that I already had 3. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, I'm just gonna block it until she decides to make a move. Anytime now. There you go. I love this grind spot. Just every now and then you have a giant fox that is one-shotting enemies for you. And you are getting all the experience and all the loot. How cool is that? I think I've wasted 60,000 Agris fever points today. It's a good haul, not gonna lie. We have almost 10,000 again. Look at that. I got so many crystals today. And I got one big one. I could sell it for like billion on market, but at this point I don't really need that much silver. Yeah, almost getting encumbered again. Buffs are expiring. We should probably remedy that. Give me this. Maybe this one too. And you know what? Let's go. Last drop rate scroll. I should probably buy something from my tent as well. Yeah. Alright. I'm too lazy to go over there. I'm just gonna build my tent right here. Give me this, yeah. I also need chop. This one. Distance is too great, what do you mean? There we go. This tent mechanic is absolutely stupid. It's pay to win as hell. The tent is the most pay to win thing in this game. It is not the costumes. It is not the weight, not the mates. It's the tent. It's the thing that gives you buffs. It's the thing that you can repair whatever you want to. Anywhere, essentially. It's just making things so easy. There is free-to-play version as well. You think that free-to-play version is usable? Okay, so let me explain something to you. To be able to use free-to-play tent, you need to essentially... It does have the repair, yes. You can use it. You can rent it for about 7 days. And you need to pay quite a lot of money and there is a couple of quests for it that you need to do. It's inconvenient as heck if you want to do free-to-play tent. Yes, if you are doing like free-to-play challenge or something, or you just living in a copium and think to yourself that you can play this game without giving Pedal Abyss any money, then you can kind of use the free-to-play tent. But like, it is pay to win, and tent is the reason why it is pay to win. It is one of the main reasons. So how are we going? 178. Okay. It's by design, by the way. They made it so the free-to-play tent is so inconvenient that people will rather give them those $30 or whatever the pay-to-win tent costs. Do not touch all of those mechanics around free-to-play tent at all. They made this on purpose. And like, yeah, I get it. This game has no subscription. Well, it has 3 subscriptions actually, but they are all voluntarily. So, but like, it has no subscription like World of Warcraft. They need to get their money somehow, you know. But they're also Koreans, so they have this figured out. It's like all Korean MMOs are pay to win. Straight up. And it seems like the Black Desert Online is going to be king of Korean MMOs here in Europe. Or like here in the West, and like including not only Europe but also United States for a while. Because like Genshin Impacts and gacha games, this is the whole different kind of worms, and you cannot really consider those MMO. And you cannot really consider them pay-to-win MMOs because they are just gacha games. This is like pay-to-win by design, and people are losing their livelihoods to get their waifus. And like, yeah, I can get behind the fact that you are so crazy about our non-existent anime waifu that you take a mortgage to have her on 5-star, and like respect, but also what the hell are you doing with your life? But that aside, you cannot realistically call gacha games MMOs, because that's not the same thing and never will be. And straight up, the Black Desert Online is the most successful Korean MMO at the market in the West right now. Maybe MapleStory could compete with it. But at least, unlike MapleStory, the Black Desert Online hasn't been uncovered as selling scummy boxes to their most valuable customers, like in Sidetrack, yeah. LMAO, Nicole. Okay, you haven't heard it. You haven't had the best of it yet. So, MapleStory, they did have a drama about half a year ago when people found out that. Hello, can I help you? I don't know what he wants. Well, he didn't say anything, so... Okay, anyway. Oh, he swapped channels. He probably just wants to grind and I'm in the way. Sorry, buddy. We're almost done. So, MapleStory, some companies looking into it revealed that they actually had encoded in their boxes that first, not all people had the same chance to drop something from the box. Straight up. And the paradox was that people who rarely bought something had higher chance to drop something good from the loot box, from the gacha box, than people who were spending a lot. So if you were a loyal customer who was giving MapleStory a lot of money, they were actually scamming you even more. And that's not even the best part. It was also revealed that people like the biggest whales, the more boxes they bought, the less chance to drop something they had, to the point that oftentimes they bought a loot box in hopes they're gonna get... That is horrible, but listen to this. If you bought like a lot of these boxes, your chance to drop the costume or some sort of other big drop from that box that was the main reason you would buy such a loot box, your chance was fucking zero. And it has been proven by looking into the code when they were investigated. And they, I think it was like EU that gave them like a huge penalty, monetary penalty. So like Maple Story, they I am pretty sure that they like paid the penalty, and nothing changed for them, because it's just you know, a risk money for them. I was like, yeah, they got us, let's pay up, and that's about it. And let's keep doing it, because in terms of how large our money circle is in this penalty is absolutely negligible. So that's like funny. Imagine you are one of the best whales and they treat you this way. So Black Desert Online so far hasn't been proven to have such practices. Which brings me back to my original point. The Black Desert so far is still one of the most successful MMOs, Korean MMOs here on the West. On the West, by on the West I mean like Europe and United States. And it's probably going to be for a while. Because you've seen me beta testing Chrono Odyssey, right? That game, it's absolute garbage. And I don't think they are going to fix it. I have somewhere in my favorites, I have like Kira reacting after playing Chrono Odyssey. I will probably do a reaction on his content and remix some of my own experience with the game into it. So I'm probably not gonna do that on stream. I will just do the video and then publish it on YouTube. But I wanted to stay reactionary, so I haven't seen his video yet. But yeah, the Chrono Odyssey, we did have, or by we I mean a lot of people who are playing these kind of games, like these Korean grinders. We had high hopes for Chrono Odyssey because it looked cool, the premise looked interesting, the monster design was phenomenal, the combat looked good. But like after playing it, that game is, they did copy the wrong homework. They did copy New World, but like New World flopped. Who in their right mind thought it's a good idea to keep copying the game that flopped hard, instead of maybe change the formula slightly, made it more akin to BDO and less akin to New World? And I can also state up, I can tell you that New World is a better game than Chrono Odyssey. I love New World, in fact, even though, as I was saying the other day, if you're playing it long term, it starts to get stale, and the fact that it has like next to no players doesn't help, because it really is an MMO in its core, and you need player for various contents like dungeons and raids. I think they have a couple of raids now, and for large-scale PvP that the game was made for. And if you don't have these players, it's like, now it is basically an elitism club, where like all of like, it is regularly played about like 5,000 of people playing it, but all of those people, those are people that have been playing the New World since it released. They know life it. So if you would like to start New World like now, you cannot get into the elite club, right? They wouldn't let you because you would be noob. They wouldn't take you to the fights because you don't know the builds, etc. Unless you would be like on Discord with them 24/7 and just doing builds that they would tell you and playing the weapons they would tell you. I think that would be absolutely disgusting because it would take away your player choice. So yeah, the New World has a elite club problem. Nobody is playing it. It feels lonely. It feels stale. And even though I have like pretty decent memories, I don't have I have none good memories from my short beta testing of Chrono Odyssey. I think I will play it if they release it, if it is going to be free to play. If they are going to be like, yeah, buy this pay to win game for like 20 euros, then I'm not going to be doing that at all. I think I will try Ranger and Assassin. I think it will be fun for like a week or two, and then everybody will forget about the game even existed, because there are so many issues, from graphics that are absolutely ugly sometimes, even though it can trick you to believe it is beautiful at certain points, certain angles. The combat that is absolutely basic and not fun at all. And they stole everything from New World and somehow made it worse. It's like, that takes talent. So anyway, my original point was, we did have high hopes for this. That maybe it could be like Black Desert Online killer. Maybe we would get a game that would be like real sandbox game. That would be good. It's not going to be the case. Like, maybe when I'm 80 years old and Ashes of Creation finally releases, I will be able to play a game that is better sandbox than Black Desert Online. People had high hopes for Throne and Liberty as well. Yeah, some people. I didn't really believe for Throne and Liberty. I actually was kind of tempted to try it because all the hype around the release date, but I already knew that game is going to be bad and I wasn't disappointed. I played it for like 10 minutes. Then I got to the point where some sort of Paimon was starting to talking to me, you know, and I still have PTSD from Paimon from Genshin Impact. I just absolutely love, it's an irony, I just absolutely love when the game gives you some sort of flying thing with high-pitched voice that is flying around you and constantly talking into your ear and pestering you and telling you what to do. So at that point I uninstalled the game, and there was nothing during those 10 minutes that I played it that would convince me not to do it. But I gotta say one thing. Even Throne and Liberty was a better game than Chrono Odyssey. And maybe you could say that I am being a little bit unfair because Chrono is still beta. But hey, they said they're going to release in like 3 months. If you get a beta test of a game that is going to be released in a year, you already know how that game is going to look like, and all you can change during a year are just a minor tweaks. You cannot change anything big, let alone in 3 months. They won't be able to produce a stable game out of this beta. So unless they are hiding some sort of hidden Chrono Odyssey that is like 2 versions ahead, worth 3 years of development, and it is completely different game, it's going to be garbage on launch. A lot of people will flood in, probably overload servers, because people will just do it, especially if it is a free game, because it's a new MMO. Then everybody will complain about it, and then the game dies. It's going to be exactly the same New World scenario, except the New World had peak 1 million players, and this one will not reach even that. It will be a couple of thousands, maybe a couple of hundred of thousands at most at launch. And then it's just going to die. That's my prediction. Well, it's not really a prediction, you know, you don't need to be Nostradamus to see this coming. Because we played the beta and we know what it is. Especially if you pair it with like pay-to-win mechanics that are going to be in the game. Who in their right mind would pay for that? If they can buy a bikini skin for their waifu in Black Desert Online, like that's sadly a fact. And as I said before, Black Desert Online, this game isn't perfect. I don't think this is some sort of exceptional game. It's just, it is fulfilling the bare minimum of what sandbox game should be. And that is enough for me to like it, because we don't have anything better. Maybe Ashes of Creation, when it releases 20 years from now on. Yeah, that has a potential to be something. I'm slowly like migrating my attention to World of Warcraft, to be honest. Especially when they announce the player housing. We're gonna have player houses. I'm gonna play more World of Warcraft because player housing. Because I will have my houses in there. I will be able to decorate my little hidey hole for my druid. It's gonna be amazing. There will be 2 endgame finally, yeah. I don't think I would. I don't think I would play as much Final Fantasy as I did if that game didn't have player housing. And I don't even build player houses like that much. I have like one little apartment and one little office in our guild house. That's all I have. But I like feel if I log in there, I have a place to just quote unquote be home, and I'm okay with it. You didn't know that they are going to introduce player housing in World of Warcraft? It's not a myth, and it's actually they have it almost done. It's looking pretty neat. A lot of people have tested it. I didn't watch any of those because those are like some of those annoying content creators. Like what's their name? Alastis, help me here. You hate them even more than I do. Avitel, is it? I don't like that duo. I don't know. They're just so... Yeah. But like, a couple of people played it, and they also showcased how decoration of insides looks like, and it looks good. You will be able to do your little house with all the assets that World of Warcraft does. And you will be able to like get decoration all over the place. All over the World of Warcraft. It will be tied to various achievements. You will be able to buy thematic stuff from various vendors over the world in the expansions, etc. You will be able to create like neighborhoods with your guildies, for example, or with other friends, or you will be able to have like a public neighborhood. There will be no limitations like Final Fantasy has on their houses. You will be able to buy basically your own instance if you want to. It is going to be great. Like, that is a feature in World of Warcraft that I'm absolutely excited for. I have been playing that game for 20 years. Except Shadowlands, so okay, 18 years. Nobody... we don't talk about Shadowlands. I think it adds a little bit of sandboxiness to the theme park MMO that it needs. Will it be like better in sandbox regard than BDO when player housing launches? No, absolutely not. Even if player housing in Black Desert Online is absolutely... it's bad, okay? You can decorate somehow. It's just the same approach as I mentioned before with the ugly stickman on the fridge. It's not as bad, but hey, it's not good either. And it's also quote-unquote pay to win, because the best decorations are of course in a cash shop. I would know I bought some, but sometimes they give us like nice decorations for free, and you can craft decorations as well, but it's like, it's a huge hassle. A lot of games in terms of player housing have limitations. Not because the system would be bad, but because it's how you can fill your roster of furniture, for example. It's either locked behind the pay to win, or it's like incredibly hard to get. That's why Final Fantasy XIV, for example, is good, because you can buy a lot of furniture straight out of vendor for a really cheap money outside your apartment building, and then start building whatever you need. In Black Desert Online, not so much. You know what we should do? This is already 5 minutes past 2. I'm just going to kill this group, this last group, and we're gonna Oh, you have a boss. Okay, I'm tempted to wait for another Gumiho, but I have only one flame active. That would mean waiting for another boss. I'm torn. Oh, I just killed the boss, reaped the masks, and... yeah, I did finish the guild quest. I will have to deliver the guild items though. If we want to be mercenaries for that other guild tomorrow, we will probably have to get rid of those guild items. You did want to... yeah, I noticed we did all the guild quests. Our guild leader will be happy that we've done so much work. Okay. So it's 190. Well, not quite how much I wanted. But I'm also streaming a little bit shorter time today. Anyway, on Twitch is telling me I have my drops, guys. Drop reminder. Get your drops. Hold up. 1 hour ago, I got a new follower and I didn't even... I'm so sorry I haven't acknowledged that. I didn't have any notifications yet, I'm still learning. Dom, thank you so much for following. It means a lot to me. I'm sorry I'm acknowledging this late, but you know, odds are you don't even have this on, you just have it muted somewhere waiting for drops, which is what I'm talking about. Your drops, guys, go take them. Drop reminder should be ready. We have been streaming for over 2 hours, so your daily dose of drops. It's a pretty good strategy on the Battle Abyss side, because we are getting absolute garbage from these drops, but that garbage is just valuable enough that people are claiming it anyway. So like, yeah. Anyway, enough grinding for today. I'm going to relog, and we are going to look into my houses actually. So, the character I'm logging now is Asterisma. It's the Princess of Calpheon. It's the class Nova, who is canonically Princess of Calpheon, even though even more canonically she is not, because she is like one of her clones created by the dark magic of Elven. It's complicated. It's so complicated that I don't think even developers understand. However, she looks absolutely gorgeous. It's a character created for me by Alastris. She is great by creating characters in like Desert Online. I would say that most of my characters are created by her. It's not true. Some of them I created myself. But a lot of the, especially ladies, are designed by Alastris, and she's doing a marvelous job. Anyway. Another reminder. She is, isn't she? So, another reminder is here. There is a quest for anticipation, they call it, and we are going to get these 3 items. These items are valuable. We get these boosters, right? Leap of Growth and Wise Housekeeper. One is boosting your combat capabilities, and other is boosting your life skilling capabilities. If you're playing, just go get it. It's free, it's like 2 clicks, and it will help you a lot. With that said, this is one of my residences. So I'm going to be flexing a little bit, even though with this kitchen in the middle of the room. Why do I have a cat in my table? You're too fast to do that. So I have this chunker of a cat. He is like over 7 kilograms. 7.5 kilograms even. To be in pounds, I think about 14 pounds. Maybe a little over 14 pounds. He's a chunker, okay? He's not like super chunker, but he is chunker. He is chunker. We are trying to get him to lose some weight, but he doesn't like it. It's 16.5 pounds. Okay, my bad. So it's 16.5 pounds of a cat. So anyway, I have like USB fan connected to my case right now because the heat waves. It's a magnet for cats, especially for this guy. The cats, they have much better frame frequency if they're watching something. So he probably sees the individual wings of the fan moving, and he thinks it's a prey. He constantly tries to hijack it and hunt it down. So point A, he is constantly running on my table, making mess of things. Point B, whenever he is successful and hunts down the fan, he just, you know, pounds it, and then it doesn't point on me, and I don't have my fan cooling. So my brain is overheating. Anyway, this is my house. Of course, I have my kitchen in the middle of the place, because kitchens are something that is basically expendable. Once the durability runs off, you just throw in a new one. So it actually, let's just fix it. It belongs here to the. It belongs here, right? To this very wall. Now it should look better. Yeah. So this is my vinotik and my, well, coffee shop. You see, I have my wine here and stuff. In here I have my cute container. Well, container isn't cute. The plushie on the container is cute. Here's my another kitchen, an alchemy station. The kitchen used to be here, but since at some point I used kitchen a lot to cook food that I'm then delivering on daily basis. So I moved it in here. And I don't know why I have 2 alchemy stations right here. It's just in the way. The second floor is a little bit better. This is more decorative. I have a lot of feast, okay? They are giving us a lot of free food, which is like decorative food only. So I've put it in here. This is my balcony. I think it's cool. You can like see the city around you. I bought a lot of these pictures. Various these pictures, by the way, the reason I love them so much is these are basically pictures of things in the game. You can find these literally in the game. For example, this is Kron Castle. Everybody knows it. Is this one, and it's the picture of that castle. You can go there. It's low level location, but there are some story shenanigans. So we will, by the way, stream the story eventually, once I get to it. This is one of my favorite rooms. I have permanent Christmas in here, as you can see. This is my favorite couch. So this is where my characters are chilling. I think one of my thumbnails actually featuring my guardian sitting on this very chair. Sorry, not chair, sofa. This tree, I think it should be Kama Sylvia tree. I'm not sure where I get it. Might be quest from Odelita. I don't know when we get this thing, but it's absolutely adorable. It was a reward for some event. I have it here instead of TV, because they invented cowgirls, but they didn't invent TV yet in Black Desert Online. I think they might for the tomorrow Hail Ball. And upstairs is my bedroom. I have a lot of fancy stuff. This Whirlwind, or whatever you would call it, I actually bought it. This is one and only item I bought from the shop. Everything else is they are giving us stuff for free eventually. This here, what you can see. Do you see the? Yeah, there is housing in this game. Of course, there is housing in this game. This is a proper sandbox game. So do you see this picture? This beautiful picture of an elderly man with a little princess, and that princess has a crown. Do you see that? I'm gonna show you something. Do you see the crown? Do you see the resemblance? So the picture is actually an authentic picture of late king of Calpheon. Calpheon is a city situated right here. This is Calpheon, and this is one of the biggest cities in the region. It is currently influencing all of this. I think all over here there is like a media city, whatever. All of this territory is influenced by Calpheon, or being governed by Calpheon. And Calpheon has a council He doesn't have a king anymore. This is the last king, and this is his picture before years and years before. What the hell is this? Glitching. Anyway, years and years before the infamous expedition into the Black Desert, hence the name of the game, the Black Desert. This is in the lore. The girl in his arms with that little crown is actually his daughter. This is the princess. I don't know her name, but what we know is it's the last princess of Calpheon. When she grew older, she came with him to the expedition to the desert, chasing blackstones. Blackstones are sort of not currency, but like stuff that people are putting into everything because it has magical properties and it is the main, basically main resource of the game. You enchant your stuff with it as well. So the princess died in the desert. So did the king. Then, couple of years later, the council was founded. The basically monarchy was prohibited in Calpheon. Now the councilmen are controlling the city. And then the Nova class, which is the one that I'm playing currently, got released. And suddenly the princess returned. Actually, hundreds and hundreds of princesses returned because players. Now the council, they didn't know what to do with her, so they imprisoned her. But she escaped because they were not really sure if she really is who she's saying she is or who they think she is. She did look like a princess, but there were witnesses who saw princess literally die in the desert. As you progress through the quest of your character, you eventually get a special item, a key for a class-exclusive quests. And that quests lead you through various places. You eventually find the original princess, who might not be really an original princess. We don't know. We just know it is somebody who is now roaming the land and killing all of these princesses that reappeared. It turned out that they are all clones created from the magical tree in Elvenland. And that's why they also can control the special weapon. You are forced to fight your clone. This time you actually win, unlike many and many dead Novas before you. This is all in the lore. And you came out victorious. You control your special weapon now, which is like a rapier / scythe. It's basically morphing in your hand. It is called Thorn. And you find this key on her. And then later, you found out that this was actually your father. And you find this picture, this frame in one of the inns with one of the people who remembered your father. And he tell you his last words. He show you envelope where he says he's sorry and that he loves his little girl. And you get this picture. And you also get this crown, because it's your crown. It was one of the prettiest quests in this game. I think I have recording of this quest. I think I will review it. And we'll probably make a lore video out of it, because I think it's very pretty. So that's about this picture. sorry for ranting. I love this picture because it has this story behind it. Rest of the stuff that I have, except this Valentine box that I bought, I just wanted to have. This is the only way you can have some sort of bath in your house, so I bought one for myself. Rest of the stuff, a lot of these pictures you can buy from NPCs, and this other stuff we got for various events. Yeah, they sadly, this game sadly isn't lore heavy. I don't think even developers like the lore. I think they're like, they basically grounded the lore and instead just incorporated the cowgirl from the 1899 Arizona real world into the lore, so it doesn't make sense anymore, sadly. I loved when they made stories like the Nova one or Corsair one. These were the days. Before we end the stream, I'm just going to quickly check if I have somebody in Duvan crew. I hope I do, but it's possible that I don't. I do have this guy kind of close. I have I made a house special for events only. And by events, I mean I don't really invite people over. I only invite over Alastis, but it's for my screenshots whenever the festive time comes. Which probably is not great to showcase during the end of June, but hey, it is what it is. He is kind of close to the... We're just gonna sprint there. Well, just jump down, dude. I remember creating this character. I was considering even mining warrior back then, but just striker and guardian are so much better. I'm not saying like warrior is bad class. He isn't bad class. He's a great class. It's just I don't like playing him. That's the main issue. I think we were talking about this in our Chrono Odyssey stream. That the class does a lot. Class you playing in RPG can make or break the game for you. Side note, the song that is playing now is called Zubasa. It's by far my most favorite from Potion Shop. This is the one that I'm listening to even if I'm like outside. It's just so calming. And here goes the fun thief again. Go away. Leave my fun alone. You know the cats are so cunning. She's such a cunning creature. He knows that I don't like if he is like pawing the fun, so what he does is he actually sits close and then waits and pretends he's just watching, only to try and assault it 2 minutes later. I believe this one is my residence. So guys, this is going to be the end of the stream. Final... Okay, this is my huge bonk sword. Yeah, kitchen sink. It's similar. I picked this house specifically because you can go through here. I think somewhere around here in Juvencru should be... Hold up. Should be like a bathhouse. Wait, that's not... Okay, so this is my residence, kinda. This is like a first play. I completely forgot I have this. I thought I have nothing in the first floor, but it seems kind of cozy. But the main star is this one. So this is the picture that we got for the event. It's Calpheon at Christmas. And yeah, I have like... I know this is like a cliche. But yeah, this is my permanent Christmas. Whenever I want Christmas, you know, even in end of June, I can just go here and have my little Christmas with everything. It's so over the top. Yeah. I even have a Christmas bed. It was like one Christmas bundle for all. They also have like a spa in this place, but I don't know where the spa actually is. Is it right here? It might be right here, but I'm not sure. No, it's not here. Where is it? Oh well. No, I'm not going to be searching for it now. Or will I? No. Or will I? Oh well, never mind. Some other day. So yeah, this is Duven Crew. I think I was mentioning this earlier, that this place is very diverse in terms of there are various biomes, so to speak. But it isn't theme park, not really. It's literally biomes, because this one, it's kind of, you know, Mongolia-esque. This one is more like dark pine forest with like gothic architecture of the dark elves. Then we have light elves, and this is all of this is like hunting grounds of the elves. And then we have Caltheon, which is like your traditional I don't know, French or Central Europe city. Hadel is more akin. Hadel is actually French village copied, literally. Brick by brick, even the castle is. And Medaya is a road to the desert, and desert really looks like Egypt. It's great. And I don't know where the difference between like theme park and just a sandbox with biome is. But you can tell in Black Desert that it is not a theme park game. It is a sandbox game. Maybe because the whole world matters at all times. Maybe not as a grinding zones, but various biomes have various resources that you need to funnel all together if you want to achieve something. It is an interesting concept. Anyway, I think I will go try to take some rest, because I will have another stream in like 6 hours, because we want to watch the Hadel Ball. Now, understand that some of you will be probably sleeping. That's fine. Everything will be covered in the YouTube channel anyway. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Dom, for a new follow. It really means a lot. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and we made it to almost 200k of my trash loot. We will keep grinding, and I swear I will not sell it until I have 1 million. With that, I hope to see you later. Have a nice night, and bye.